Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different and something that's pretty new to me. I'm gonna be trying to do like a shop my stash to see if I can get to use more of my products a little bit more. So hopefully that works out. I'm not sure how often I'm gonna be doing these types of videos, but hopefully like maybe once a month or so. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's just go ahead and shop my stash. Okay, so I want to start off with foundation, and lately I've been reaching for my YSL ones, the matte one and like the more glowing one. So I think I want to go back to using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation because I haven't used this in a long time. And it used to be like my favorite one, so I just want to go through it, and I don't even have that much left, so I just want to finish this up. And I'm gonna pick two, I think. This one and the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. I haven't used this one all that much, and I want to get to using it because it actually is like a really good foundation and I really like it. The other ones I have been using a lot. This is the Milani one. I have the Too Faced Born This Way. MAC Next to Nothing I've used quite a bit. And my YSL ones. Those are really nice. But yeah, I want to use this one a little bit more. This one's matte, obviously, and this one's like a little bit more skin-like. It's not dewy, but it's like, more natural. So depending on my mood, I want to be using these ones. So I'm gonna just pull them to the front so I make sure I use those. And for primers, I always use the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer. And this one is really moisturizing. That's why I like it, because my skin is a little bit dry, especially if I'm using more of like a matte foundation. So I always use this one. But I also have the Becca First Light Primer and the Becca Backlight. I want to put them to use a little bit more, both of them, because I've only used them like a couple of times each. So depending on the foundation that I wear, I'll pick a primer with it. But yeah, these are the two I'm going to be reaching for the, I don't know, I want to give it like a good 3 to 4 weeks. So just want to get some use out of them. Since we're like in this area over here, I'm going to move on to concealer. I always reach for my Wet n Wild one. This one is really good. It has nice coverage. And lately, I've been also using the NARS, what is this called? The Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This one is in the shade Custard, and I've been using this a lot, and I actually really like it. It's nice and like I wouldn't say it's matte. It's more like a natural finish. And I don't really need to set my under eyes with this, and I really like it. And I've also been using the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer, and this one's really nice as well. I find that I don't have to set it or anything like that, so it's really nice. And I like to use it when I'm doing more of like a natural makeup thing. So the concealer that I want to try to use is the Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer, and I'm not a big fan of this, but I used it recently, and it didn't look that bad, so I want to see if I can make it work and just get some use out of it. So this one I'm going to be reaching for, and I think I'm still going to be reaching for the NARS one just because it's pretty new and I want to get some use out of it. So there we go. I'm going to put the other one in front so I remember to use it. This palette I use pretty much every single time I do my makeup. I always use this one for my under eyes, and this one sometimes if I want to have like a cream contour. The other three I don't use that much, but they're still nice to have. And then on the powder side, I always use this one. The highlight, not so much. I've been trying this one to set my under eyes once in a while, and it's actually not bad at all. And this one, sometimes I'll mix it with the lighter brown if I want to deepen it up a little bit. But yeah, this one I always reach for, and the only other contour product that I have is this Wet n Wild palette. And I guess I could try using it a little bit more. I'm still gonna use this because I just love it so much. I literally use it every single time I do my makeup. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit more use out of this one. I actually haven't been using setting powders all that much lately. I feel like my skin is at a place where I don't want to use setting powder just because I like how dewy my makeup looks without it. And this is the only one I have, so I don't really have to pick that. So there we go. Moving on to blushes, bronzers, and highlight. Okay. I'm gonna start off with highlight just because I think that'll be the easiest one to go through. I have a couple of the balm highlighters and those are really nice. I use the NARS one a lot, the Fort de France. This one is really nice as well. Really natural. I have the Essence one. I have a couple of MAC ones. And actually, this is one that I want to get some use out of. This is MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish Highlighter in the shade Show Gold. And it's like a really pretty, like, focus, like a pinky kind of gold highlighter. It's really nice. Looks really nice in the skin. So I want to try to use this a little bit more. And I'm going to put it towards the front so I remember that I need to use it. Then I also have this Becca highlighter in the shade. Oh, this is like the light chaser ones. Opal Flashes Jade. And it's like the opal shade, but when you like move it around, it has like a teal kind of shift. And it's actually really pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really pretty. So I want to try to get some use out of this one because I've only used it a couple of times. I think I want to choose like a gold one too. My third one, I want to try to get back into my Mary Luminizer. I feel like it's always been a favorite of mine. But as I get more, like I always try to use the new ones that I have, and this one kind of gets left behind. But yeah, I'm going to try to use it a little bit more. So the three in here in front are the ones. And the only reason why I'm picking a gold one is because I feel like it's a little bit easier to match. The pink one, I feel like you have to have a certain look to pull off like a pink highlight, so that's why. For bronzers, I always reach for the Too Faced one, the Sweetheart bronzer, and this one is really pretty. And the other one that I reach for is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So that leaves me with 3 other ones back here and the Hoola one up here. This one I use every once in a while, not too often, but I want to try to use this one a little bit more. This is the NYC bronzer in the shade Sunny. And I guess I'll try to get some use out of this one because I haven't touched it in a while. So I'm going to put it here in the front. And the other one that I have is the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Soleil. And it's actually really pretty. It just has like a lot of shimmer, I guess you could say. It can look a little bit more like glitter depending on how much you apply, but that's what it looks like. But I think I'm going to try to stick to the NYC one, and actually I want to use my butter bronzer too though. I'm going to put it in the front so I can use them more. And then for blush, I'm going to pick a few different colors here. I want to use this NYX one in the shade Crimson. And it's actually really pretty, but you just gotta be careful on like how much you apply because it can look pretty intense. But I want to use this one, and I also want to use this Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose de Oro. And this is what it looks like. This one's really pretty. It's a little bit like deeper than the other ones I have. But yeah, it's like really nice and glowy, and yeah, really nice. So I'm going to use the 2 and put them in front. And then I guess depending on the look, I want to pick this one out too. This is the same blush in the shade Luminoso. Really pretty again with a little bit of a sheen, more like a peachy kind of shade. But yeah, I'm going to put this one's here. Okay, so we're done with blush, bronzer, and highlight. I'm going to move on to lipsticks. Lipsticks is a little bit more tricky just because I have so many of them, and I feel like it always depends on like the look you're going for, the color of your eyeshadow and your blush. I want to get some use out of my Anastasia lipstick in the shade Peachy. I haven't touched this one in a while, so if I'm going for a nude color, I'll reach for this one. And it's actually really pretty. I feel like I always reach for a gloss lately and more of like a neutral color, but I don't know. I feel like lipstick is kind of hard to pick for like a shop my stash video just because you can do different looks depending on your mood, so it's hard to just pick one lipstick, you know, because maybe it doesn't match the look you do one day. I'm going to try to use my lipstick in the shade Ashton by Anastasia a little bit more. This one was pretty much like my go-to a while back, so I want to get back into it. And maybe I'll pick a gloss. Oh, this one's a good one. I'm gonna try to use my MAC Grandilution gloss in the shade. This one's in the shade Let's Rock, and it's like the coolest lip gloss. It's like red, but then it has like a green and like pinkish shift to it. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know, it's just really pretty, so I'm gonna try to use this one a little bit more. I'm not gonna be too strict with my lipsticks. Like if I need to reach for something else, I'll definitely do that. This one's I'll try to use the most. So this is where I keep my eyeshadow palettes, my single eyeshadows, and mascara, eyebrow products in here. So the ones that I reach for the most, actually like the only ones I ever reach for lately, are the Lancome Monster Big mascara. This little one is just like the plain black one, and the big one over here is like a brown shade, so I like to use this when I'm doing like a more natural look, or I don't really want to look like I'm wearing mascara, but you know, I still want a little bit of something. The brown actually looks really nice. I actually got the big one of the black one when I ran out of this one when it was on sale at Ulta, so I do have a backup. I don't really want to pick another mascara, to be honest with you, just because I like this one so much. I think I'm gonna just get rid of this one because I don't even touch it. And the other ones are okay, I don't mind them, but just once you try this, you don't want to go back to anything else, really. So I think I'm just going to keep using them. For eyeshadow, I don't think I do my eyeshadow all that much, but maybe this would be a good palette to use. This is the Anastasia Prism palette. I haven't used it all that much, but the shades are really pretty. You can get like a natural look out of it, or something a little bit more colorful, obviously. Actually, I'm gonna try to use the Norvina palette and the Prism palette more. And I'm also gonna try to use the Morphe 39A palette more. I've only used it like a couple of times since I got it, and the colors are honestly so pretty. And I just want to get more use out of it because, oh sorry, let me remove this so you guys can see. Yeah, the colors are really pretty. There's so many different like things you can do with it. So I want to just play with it a little bit more. So I'm going to do that. These are the MAC Dazzle Shadow Liquid, and they're in the shade Blinkin' Brilliant and Flash and Dash. And they're actually like so pretty. I love just putting them like a little bit in the center or the inner corner, and it just makes your look pop. So I think I'm going to try to pair them with whatever look I do using the 39A, the Prism, or the Norvina palette. And I know it kind of seems like I'm picking like too many palettes, but honestly I'm gonna try to like stick with this for a good 3 to 4 weeks, so hopefully I use them all. I'm not gonna pick any products for eyebrows or anything like that because I always use this one. I only have like the Gimme Brow and the Make Me Brow, but lately I've been reaching for the Make Me Brow and my Anastasia Brow Wiz, so I don't really have to pick that out. I'm gonna stick to the same thing. So these are my setting sprays up here. I only have 4 of them, and this one is almost out. This is the Fix Plus, and I only have like a little bit left. I haven't used it in a while, but I probably should because I only have a little bit left. Then I have my Milani Make It Last. This one's really nice. Yeah, I guess I could use it up, but I always like to either use this one because I know then my makeup will last like all day, or the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray, and I actually like this one a lot. Like, I use it all the time. I feel like I don't really need to pick a setting spray because I do try to go through them equally. But over here I have my MAC lipsticks, and if I find that the ones I already picked out don't really work for me or for the look I'm going for, I'm going to try to reach for them because I haven't touched them in a long time. So I really want to get some use out of them. And there are like some really pretty shades, especially like with fall coming up and stuff. Diva's really pretty, as well as Smooth Purple. It's like a really deep purple. This red one is really nice, like an orangey red. This is like a really bright, like pinkish red, really pretty. This one's like a teal one, so you really have to like, you have to have a look with it, you know? This one's really nice as well. It just makes my teeth look a little bit yellow. This one's really sheer and pretty. Stone will be perfect for fall, so I'm going to try to use it a little bit more. I will try to use those things and kind of like go through them equally, I guess. We'll see how that goes.